Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video, we're going to make my 2-ingredient Parmesan protein cracker. It's been a while since I've done my original video for these cottage cheese-based crackers, and in the interim, I have done a number of different variations with different flavors, some requiring some specialty ingredients. This one, though, no specialty ingredients. Just fresh grated Parmesan and cottage cheese, and it tastes every bit as good as any of the crackers that I've done. So with that out of the way, let's get to making them. We'll start by preheating the oven to 225 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be about 107 Celsius. For the cottage cheese, I'm using Kemp's full-fat cottage cheese. This brand works wonderfully in this recipe. But one brand that doesn't, and it's pretty common, is the Daisy cottage cheese. It just doesn't spread out. I don't know why, but I use the Kemp's. So into the food processor it goes, 1 cup or 225 grams, and I will include a link to this variable measuring cup, which I love so much, down in the description below. For the Parmesan, I'm grating fresh. I'm going to wind up using a 1/2 cup gently packed, or 25 grams. Add that to the food processor as well, and then I'm going to process this for probably 20 seconds or so. Then scrape down the sides just to get any chunks of cottage cheese, and give it about another 20 seconds, or until it basically looks like frosting. Kind of like this. To make uniform size crackers, I'm using a number 100 disher, that's 2 teaspoons, and I fill it just a smidge over. That way, when I put it on the silicone mat, it kind of sticks. Oops, not so much that one. I'll do better next time. But the great thing about this disher is I'll get 24 perfectly consistent crackers. And with cracker number 24, I wind up using up all of my cracker batter. So I'll pop this into my oven and let it bake for 40 minutes. And in the meantime, I'll just go do something else. And after 40 minutes, I'm going to rotate the tray 90 degrees. You can see how these spread out very nicely. But I'm rotating the tray just to account for any potential hot or cold spots in my oven. We'll let this go for another 1/2 hour. After a 1/2 hour, check out the edges on this. This is what you want to see, just as they're starting to turn golden brown. We close back the oven, turn off the heat, and let it continue to cook with the residual heat for another 30 minutes. And here they are. Nice, golden brown, looking great. The ones in the center look great. The ones on the outside probably went a couple minutes too long, so it's good to keep an eye on these rather than just going strictly by time. So I'm going to let my wife go first, try out the cracker.
Tastes like something I've eaten before.
Something good?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's really good. Crispy, has after one of the crackers like in a box that I've had, so they taste really good.
How's it compared to a better cheddar?
Oh, yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, better cheddar. Yeah, that's the taste. Okay. Good.
Actually, I think it's somewhere between better cheddar and those wisps, Parmesan wisps. I see you nodding right now.
That's it.
Yep.
The Parm wisps. That's what it tastes like.
Without being so Parmesan overpowered like the wisps can kind of be. Very nicely balanced. And I think these would go great with that cracked chicken dip that I made last week for the video.
Oh, yeah.
So check that out up here. In terms of storage, I just keep them in a Ziploc bag at room temperature. I'm pretty sure you're going to wind up eating them before they go stale. Or to really extend the shelf life, I mean like weeks, maybe even months, I recommend adding a desiccant packet to your Ziploc bag. This is the same sort of anti-moisture device that you find in like vitamins and stuff. And I have dug out some of these crackers that got pushed to the back of the pantry months after they were made, and they were still nice and crisp. 2 important points regarding the ingredients. First, the Parmesan. I highly recommend using fresh grated Parmesan, whether you grate it your own or buy it pre-grated at the store. I would not use the stuff in the green can. I just don't think that's going to turn out all that well. Trust me, go with fresh. In terms of the cottage cheese, I mentioned this earlier. I find that the Kemp's brand works really well. Daisy, not so much. It just doesn't spread out. And because cottage cheese brands tend to be regional based on dairies, my recommendation if you're wondering what cottage cheese to use is go to my original cottage cheese chip recipe, which I'll link to up here and in the end card, and read the pinned first comment and replies. This is where people have let me know which brands of cottage cheese worked for them and which ones didn't. Also, any of the hardware or tools or gadgets that I used in this video are things that I use on a regular basis. They're things that I believe belong in every keto kitchen, and I will link to each of them down in the description below. But that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button, then hit the bell to turn on all notifications. And if you never want to miss any videos, plus get some behind-the-scenes info on what's going on with Serious Keto, sign up for the weekly newsletter. Link, again, is down in the description. That's it for this video, though. Thanks for watching.